Hello, everybody. Yeah. It's a lot of things going on. A lot of stuff going on into it. This video actually overdue for about a week or so, but I had to be doing a lot of things that I needed to do. I have my doctor's appointment. I have a new toy, which is a brace for my knees. My knees got so swollen into it. So yesterday I had a lot of doctor stuff that I needed to do. I'm busy trying to make some excuses, but it is what it is. I'm making it now. What it's about this video though? That video it's about Saturn. I made a Saturn retrograde video a while back. Into it, I was talking about this dance between Saturn and Neptune. We're gonna experiencing the same pretty much thing. It's gonna happen next year. So Saturn right now it's out, it's moving, it's direct into it. And what does that present to you? What is that going on into it? For those who knows my astrology reports, you know what I'm talking about. If you're new to the channel, welcome. I would like to welcome you because lately I've been gaining some new subscribers. If you know, I don't say anything about how my videos get into it. I don't tell people to share my videos, or I don't tell people to subscribe. I leave this up to the universe to do it, and that's how it's supposed to be. You don't do anything. You do the right things by allowing the universe to do the right stuff for you. So a few reminders. The workshop here in Aurora, Illinois, which is close to Chicago, it's start getting it up. There is some people who already signed up into it. Just to remind you, the room is for about they allow about 45 to 50 people into the room by the fire code. They guarantee about 30 to 35 people. So whoever sign up first, they get in the seats into it. If you need the information about the event, let me know. Find me on Facebook. I'll give you some more. If not, there is a video out there in the YouTube. You can go ahead and find it about the instructions and what it is and what's going on with that into. But what is the more important now to go back into the Saturn? It's how much that planet actually giving to us, what that actually represents. So before I'm talking to you about astrology, if you've been watching Harry Potter, the movie, the real presentation of Saturn, that is going to be a Severus Snape. That is the things that the secret knowledge, the secret stuff that he knew and hide. That was the things that he was set up to do, even though good or bad. That's what the gray color come from it, because stands that shifting between the one side to the other. And also he is the teacher. Saturn represents the teacher. Saturn, it represents the limitations, the limits. The teacher always tell you, now it's not the right time, don't hurry up. You can't have this, you can't do this. Now it's not the right time. You have to be prepared for it. You are not ready to face the things. You have a limitations. With that limitation, as it can evolve. Now is not the right thing into. And thanks to Saturn, actually, Saturn, it's in my 12th house. That is that secret knowledge of the soul that presents inside of it of me. So I gotta thank him for a lot of things, and I have to for a lot of things. Anyway, you see what it says here. What invisible handcuffs are holding you hostage? Set yourself free. And that's it's one of the main missions about Saturn, is to show you the way you to set yourself free. By look at yourself, face your own limitations of evolving, remove that limitations, and those limitations set you free. I spoke earlier about the dance between Saturn and Pluto. Into it, they will dance, they'll move forward, they move back, they move forward, they move back. I believe that next year is going to be repeat the same thing into it, and the year after Saturn is going to be crossing over actually, so there's going to be some little difference there. There's going to be like preparations, how is it feels like it into the in Aquarius. Into so to go forward, that is the Saturn. That is the actual planet. That's the rings. The rings represents the limitations. Limitations on you. What do you evolve? What are you looking at? What are you facing it? What are you don't facing it? It's still a limitations. It's still a things that you need to learn about your own self. Now, and that limitation helps you in life. Helps you in life how to overcome new obstacles and new things, how you to go ahead and live within the new world, how you to go ahead and look at it, how the others limitating you. That could be programming from people, religion, friends, relatives, name it, into. And Saturn is the one planet that when it was retrograde, it returns back and it says revise this, relearn this, redo this. You missed a point. Back in that time there was things that happened. What did you learn? What did you not learn? Did you do the right things? And that's what it was going on in the time into when he turns retrograde. Now when he turns direct, we are going to see that the things are changing, the things are moved. But what period of time that was? Back in April of 29 of 2019, Saturn turns retrograde. Saturn was at 20 minutes 31 seconds in Capricorn into. So Saturn moved back into it, he progressed, and if you look at it as a time that he was retrograding, you see that he and Pluto, they both got together, they were retrograde, they both had squaring towards Mercury. Mercury is the one with the communications, and that was a cardinal part of what Saturn did. Saturn retrograde was you to look at your internal communications so you can make a cardinal changes. We're talking about that Saturn is in Capricorn and also Mercury it's in Aries. Those are the two cardinal signs which is their ruling. The one rules the earth, the other rules the fire into. And how you have to look at all this, it has to do with Mars. Mars, it was the one who was in Gemini at the time, and that was the time of you to focus on the man, you to focus on the warrior in you, you to go ahead and fight for the changes that's going to happen in you. That was the energy when Saturn turns retrograde. That was the main part of working. When he was moving retrograde and all the planets moved around, he puts you on a journey. And that journey is for you to learn the processes of what you have to go through. As of today, Saturn is in a 13 degree of Capricorn. He's going to move forward. So basically what happened with Saturn is taught you of the things to go back in life so you can learn from it. Now it's going to be time for you to perform. And that's why when I made a post on the Facebook, I said, well, Saturn turns direct. Now what? Now, what I was supposed to do, it's similar as a Mercury retrograde. It's got that S curve. If you haven't watched the Mercury retrograde video, it's posted on the Facebook and posted on the YouTube. You will find it into it. If you want to message me through Facebook, I'll give you the video into. But if you pay attention right here, Saturn is over 20 degrees, 31 minutes. Pluto, who is still a retrograde, is on 20 degrees, 41 minutes, exact the same spot. And that part of dancing back and forth into it, it's the one sent you your C limitations. Pluto give you the surrounding yourself with the people who you going to need it. Either going to remove a lot of people from your life to bring the new people for the new life, or somehow, some way, it's gonna be kind of like the seed out your surrounding, and that's a lot of the people feel the disconnect. A lot of people feel like I don't want to do certain things. They trying to figure out that the person is wrong, that person did that, this and that. The ego is imaginary thing that can find every imagination part. The ego can find thousands of different reasons to look at it wrong instead of looking at your own self. And that's what you need to solve. The two planets that were retrograde, the energy was in the soul, so you can learn the things. That is like an example I will give you into it. That was when Snape was trying to teach Harry Potter how to use the connection of soul, to use it within the mind, so he can protect himself of those attacks from Voldemort until Harry Potter got too strong to look at it actually inside of it, Snape, what's going on. But that's what the process of Saturn is. Learn now, see how it is, because it's gonna be a time when you have to reform. What was you have to perform into it is take a look at it in the past few months when the Saturn was a retrograde. What was the visions that you had? What is the dreams that you have? What was the thing that you saw? What is the thing that you need to overcome? And now Saturn is going to be moving direct and is going to tell you, well, I taught you what you need to know. Pluto is helping you out. Neptune, who is still a retrograde in Pisces, is telling you, here's the visions for you. Don't say you didn't know about it. You know about it. And Saturn's going to be watching now what is going on, and it's going to moving. He's going to pick up the full speed of his moving forward. You might feel it in the next few days. He's going to step up faster into it. He's going to take off. And when I take off forward, some of the things going to happen like this. Those are the things that you thought that you can't do it. All of a sudden, it's going to be happening. If that was something related to your relationship, that's all of a sudden it's going to go away. The blockage is not going to be there because you know what to do right now. Not like before, you go in blind to something that you don't understand. And that's what the Saturn's teaching you this always, to understanding into. Or if that was a position that you wanted at work, or that was a situation at work, or that was a material things, or that was a, for example, a lot of the people don't want to go anywhere because of tight finances. All of a sudden the thing's gonna come up. Finances are gonna be provided. All of a sudden everything is gonna comes in the right space. Why? Because Uranus is still retrograde into Taurus. He is the one who right now, if you look at it today, he's the one who put all the positive energies into. Everything is going on right here with those blue lines. And the sun into, that was back in September, will help you. Everything is helping you out as long as you begin to act upon of your visions. If that was the limitations about relationship, you probably saw visions of what the relationship has to progress or don't progress, or you have to trust, you have to surrender, you have to let go. Saturn is also the one for right now helping you to understand the cardinal changes that you need to make in your life. I was in contact with a beginning young twin flames into, and they begin to learn and to understand things much faster than we are. Why? Because we already have learning for a few years now that what they need to know they gain from our experience. I see that I will post a video of her. It's a very nice lady. I don't know how to pronounce the name onto it, but she made a very good video about the twin flames between the different religions, and she talks about the twin flame stuff. So, what is your limitation? Focus on that, work on it. Some of the people asking, well, Dio, I got a lot of situations. I can't. I'm lacking finances. I'm focused more on the spirituality. I want to only do the spirituality part. You need to learn to create balance into. You have the profession. You have the things that has been given it to you. They've been giving it to you because of that reasons. You to go ahead and provide yourself with the material things on it that you're going to need for your spirituality. You have to put the money that you make into your spirituality so they can return back to you. That is the one limitation I see within a lot of people into it. If you don't invest in you, how are you expecting you to evolve? That is what Saturn teaches on a nutshell. And what's coming up to you is look at it deep inside of you. What you were lacking on it, and now how you understand those new energies, those new things they're gonna comes in the next few months when a Saturn is direct into. So to go back to this, it is about what invisible handcuff are you holding you hostage? That could be your society, that could be your surrounding people around you, which is they prevent you to evolve, you to move, you to get yourself. Nobody is responsible for you. You're the one person who can break that limitation. So you're the one who has to set you free. If you feel like you have to do the right thing, you go ahead and do the right thing. And nobody else has to tell you what you can or cannot do. Your soul knows the right things, what you need to do. Your soul knows the right directions for your life. The best thing that will happen into for your life. And this is what I'm going to be living into with it. Take a look at these pictures of the cause. It's what are you afraid of? Go ahead and do that, because that's how you're going to find out how strong is your soul. A lot of the people, as far as the twin flames, they have a fear of coming out in the public into it because of whatever the situation is. And maybe now it's your time, you to come out clear, you to come out and do the benefit for the society, do the benefit for everybody else, so you can help on the future generation that comes in after us. And that is a one limitation that maybe a lot of you is going to be facing right now. It's coming out into the public as a twin flame, because if you are a twin flame, you will understand that this part, it's part of your journey. If that's what you saw and that's what your vision is, go ahead and do it, because there is nothing else. You to live a duality life, stay in the hiding, stay in the shadow, put a face mask in the front of you, and Everybody knows your face mask, but what it's inside of you is a completely different story. Maybe it's the time for you to go ahead and lift up the rug and where you shoved everything that nobody has to see it. It's time maybe to clean that part inside of you and set the things to set your soul free. Once the soul is free, you will understand the real part of life. Thank you so much for watching the video. Maybe it was a little boring for you, but I would love to hear your comments. Thank you so much and be love. Bye bye.